On Christmas Day in 1914, the Western Front witnessed an extraordinary and spontaneous act of humanity. An unofficial truce was called, gifts were exchanged, and an international football match was played in the middle of no man's land. At this time, the small French village of Frelinghien was the front, and 2 lines of trenches divided the town. After a bitter cold Christmas Eve, during which each side sang carols to one another, an impromptu act of compassion occurred.
I mean, Christmas is quite a sentimental occasion, it's a family occasion. These men had been in the trenches, they'd seen their friends die, they'd seen various horrors, they'd been fighting, they was probably quite exhausted and tired, and I suppose during such a sentimental occasion it gives rise to the better side of man. They was probably thinking of their families.
And my grandfather said, we haven't got anything to give them except for Christmas puddings. So he presented his opposing company commander with a Christmas pudding, which I've just done to the German officer's grandson in the same spot.
On the 90th anniversary of the armistice, this match was replayed by the present descendant regiments.
And they just met in no man's land, which I believe is just behind us here, where the football game is being reenacted. They met, they fraternised, they exchanged gifts. I think the officers weren't very happy at first about it, but they joined in because they couldn't stop it.
The official ceremony saw British and German troops together with villagers and descendants coming together in a combined service of remembrance at the church. This demonstration of peace and goodwill to all men has now been officially commemorated by the French village and the British and German War Graves Commissions as they unveiled a monument to both regiments.
I think today's it's about remembrance. It's about coming together and a unity with old foes to recognise and remember a spontaneous act that took place in 1914, which really showed the common decency of your average soldier on both sides of this conflict.
As the war years dragged by, the Christmas truce was never repeated, and the numbers of dead mounted and mounted. In the original game, the Germans won 2-1, but in all truth, there were no losers during the truce. Humanity, compassion, and the common soldiers, they were all winners.